Alrighty. G'day, mate. Throwdown's piston fix. So, went to Morris at Fasteners, down near me, and I got two washers. So, these washers are high tensile stainless steel. You see that? So it stops that bearing floating around. So, I could almost get 4 washers in there. I get 3 now. I got 4. Just wouldn't quite fit. I didn't really want to remove more weight off this thing, but the whole lot needs to float. The whole lot needs to float around just a bit anyway. But it was floating around way too much before, so now I'm happy with that. They'll do what it's meant to do instead of floating and blowing the thing up. So that should be a good fix. Now I'm not a fan to remove too much weight from pistons because dealing with old saws, once you've got something in motion like a steam train, it's hard to stop something that's heavy. It wants to keep on moving. You make it too light, it loses its mass, and it wants to slow down real quick. So if it weighs nothing, it does nothing. So I want to have some mass to keep the saw in the rev, in cutting in the timber. So I want compression. So I've domed it to fit this cylinder and all that. But sometimes you lose weight. This piston, if you go back and watch the videos, this piston is way lighter than the factory, super light. So adding a bit of weight will actually help me out with the counterbalance weight on the crankshafts, so it doesn't vibrate as much, and hopefully it'll do just well. But I'm happy with that. I've cleaned it all up. It's not sharp as spiky and all that. But yeah, I'm happy. So I'll put this back together and should be ready to rock and roll and run. Getting these washers in there will be pretty easy, but they're sort of the same ways there, 52, 58 and the 45cc. They've got the little washer, but because it's a 10mm wrist pin, those washers don't fit. The other ones are, I think they're 11mm pin on the pistons, so they're different again. So I already used them otherwise, but I looked around. The other wrist pin I have, which I didn't realise, the piston, it's the MS 360. So that's new. I'm not going to use that on because it's throwdown. I thought the wrist pins off the original 62cc pistons would fit this, but they're not quite as big. Or I think they might be bigger. I can't remember now. But I don't have one now, so I thought I had a bearing. I can't find a bearing, but she should be fine. It's all about testing, but I don't think it'll blow up. It should have blown up already. It was going to blow up, but it hasn't. So, all right, so part 3. I'll put this thing back together and should be really right to rock and roll by then. Right, guys, over and out.